Each week, Iggy Damiani from Bentley Smythe fills us in on the latest in what's happening in the commercial finance markets. G'day Iggy, welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
It looks like the Australian government is following the US government's lead in bailing out some financial institutions in trouble.
It's not exactly the same. The US government have bailed out a few companies that were obviously in a lot of strife and they had to come in and bail out, where the Australian government are now looking at freeing up some liquidity, more importantly for the non-bank sector. So this will free up some money for the non-bank sector. It will become cheaper for them to fund because they were finding it difficult to access some wholesale money from the overseas market and even the securitisation market. So the Australian government is seeing this more as a bit of an investment, and it'll keep the banks honest, because if the non-bank sector can keep their interest rates down, any interest rate reduction from the RBA will force them to pass it on as well.
Okay, specifically, what companies are we talking about?
Well, you're looking at non-bank lenders, a la Wizard, Aussie Home Loans, etc.
How will the US bailout filter down to Australia? How will it affect us?
Well, firstly, we have to find out whether the $700 billion that the US government's prepared to commit is going to be enough. But most importantly, it's going to free up a lot of liquidity for the banks. What they've been doing up until now is holding on to the liquidity, too scared to lend out money, etc. This will obviously free up a bit of cash, where the United States government will be taking on these subprime loans and other loans that have been securitised, free up some cash, and the banks will start lending to each other. The other thing is that it'll help us, well, the RBA will probably reduce their rates as well, and our funding lines will become cheaper. But the most incredible thing of all of this is the American government is now officially the world's biggest home loan lender.
Extraordinary times indeed. But you've got some good news. New immigration figures might breathe a bit of life into the property market.
Great news for property investors. I mean, it's now official. We're getting over 1,000 migrants coming in per week, and we've issued 280,000 student visas. Now, with vacancy rate at record lows and building approvals at record lows, this could only mean good things for the current property investors. But, you know, once again, we're just not building. We need to build, and can we cope with the numbers? That's the big question.
For any commercial finance inquiries, give Iggy a call at Bentley Smythe.